Hello friends, so let's welcome to all of you. So today we will start for working on the what is the 850. So today we will discuss about the 850 files. So let's start. What is EDI? Okay, so everyone knows about the EDI. EDI is electronic data interchange, which is one of the fundamental protocols of the business document exchange for companies collaborating in the today business worlds. Electronic data interchange is an electronic exchange of business information between companies in standard format. This technology is used by businesses around the world as their main method to exchange business document. Thus, EDI is a modern and effective document exchange standard, and this sometimes the only way to exchange document between the trading partners. Okay, if we talk about what is like EDI 850, 855, so we can just understand 850 just only for the used for the purchase order. Okay, what is purchase order? NC X12 purchase order it's normally we can say purchase order is just side transaction side which is called the 850. Some simply name it as the EDI 850 or EDI X12 850 as well, or just PO. It's a fundamental document in EDI. EDI 850 is a format request sent by the buyer purchasing company to the supplier seller for demand of delivery of goods and or service at an agreed policy price. Okay, what information an EDI purchase order contains? If you want to know how many information and what are the information contained in the 855, so we can see that a typical EDI 850 purchase order include the following information like purchase order dates, okay, purchase order numbers, and item description, and item price and quantities, and how much quantity we are just giving to the client, and payment terms. Okay, discounts, shipping details, and requested delivery date and location where the good should be delivered to. So, okay, these are the information we need to pass over on the 855. Okay, so we can able to see. If we talk about the how does an EDI service provider manage the EDI 850? Okay, so the typically buyer is created his purchase order in his internal ERP system. Okay, and as a SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, JD, AdWords, etc. Okay, the purchase order can be created in the ERP system automatically or manually depending on the business process of the company. Okay, then generated purchase order is transferred to the EDI providers, or the providers will pick it up. Okay, and directly from the ERP system of the company, the EDI service provider then converts the PO document to the NCX12 850 transaction sites. Okay, after conversion, the EDI 850 is sent to the suppliers or the destinations. So, what is the useful information? If you are looking for the EDI service and or satisfies the current providers or want to just get the best information, so you can check on the multiple companies websites over there on the Google's. Multiple companies are working on the EDI 850, so you can use it. EDI communication protocol to transfer the EDI 850. So, what are the protocols we generally use in industries for the EDI protocols? These are the protocols: WAN, AS2, FTP, SFTP, HTTPS. Okay. So we talk about firstly the WAN, value added network. Is a private hosted service and is a secure way to exchange EDI data between the trading partners. Okay. Most of the company using the WAN. Okay, for the EDI protocols. Another is AS2. This is the applicability statement to the secure messaging over on the internet internet using digital certificate and encryption as well. Okay, and it's the major AS2 protocol which is generally used in the multiple companies, multiple industries for the EDI for securing and transferring the file. Okay, by using encryption. FTP, file transfer protocol, is a standard network protocol to build a client server architecture. If we talk about the SFTP, is a secure file transfer protocol and secure version of the FTP out for the data transfer over on the internet. If we talk about the HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol, secure as an extension of the HTTP and a secure way for the communication over on the internet. Moreover, one company may use a different protocol of exchange EDI document with its various trading partners. This usually happens because suppliers have to meet requirement of the trading partners. It typically sets of the EDI document involved in the EDI X12 850 workflow. Okay, for the trading partners relationship between the business partners single EDI 50 transaction set is not enough. All those purchase order basic information, okay, document, and big business partners generally would exchange the additional following document. Okay, so these are the following document as you can see on my screen. EDI 997, which is a functional acknowledgement which is sent by the receiver to the transaction as a response to the confirm of the transaction, as a response to the confirm receipt of EDI 850 or any other transaction EDI document whatever you are working on. Okay, and 855 is just generally used for the, if you're talking about the 850, then 855 is used for the purchase order acknowledgement. Okay, for the 850 acknowledgement, you can say for the 855 used by the seller to accept, reject, or modify to the purchase order. Okay, and 860 use for the purchase order change request. Okay, if you want to change something in the order or just want to update something, okay, in the purchase order, then you can use for the 860 used by the used by buyer if necessary to make changes to a previously submitted purchase order or to accept change initiated by the seller. And what is 856? 856 is the ASP, okay, ASN, and which what is the ASN? Advanced shipment notice. Okay, advanced ship notice, if it can be used sent by the seller to a buyer to describe the shipment shipped item and type of packaging. ASN is sent immediately after the goods left the seller's locations. Okay, so that is very important. If you are just giving the interview, then interviewer can be asked to you this question like what is the uses of the ASN? What is the ASN? ASN is the advanced shipment notification or notice which can be exchanged and sent by the seller to a client. Okay, and what is ADI 810? 810 is for use for the invoice request for payment of a goods or services. Okay, EDI X12 850 transaction set structure. What is the structure we use for the 850? And EDI X12 purchase order as well as the all EDI X12 document consist of the different segment where the initial document are called header, footers, and trailers. Multiple things are there. Okay, and final segment is called the trailer as well. Okay, if we talk about the starting from the interchange control headers, which is called the ISA, and is and typically used for the trailer as well, IEA. Okay, if we talk about the functional group header, which is called GS, and the trailer for the G. If we talk about the transaction set header, which is called ST, and transaction set trailer, which is called SE. Okay, so these are the difference for the EDI and EDIFACTs. So whatever the difference we can see over on the screen, then in the EDIFACTs we can use the pronunciation name UNP, and in the EDIFACTs we can call the ISS segment. ISS is also the interchange control header for the communication protocol. Okay, and if we are talking about the GS segment, this is for the functional group header, and in the EDIFACTs what we can call to this GS UNG. Okay, so we can both pass the information regarding the what are the information we pass the GS. Okay, and third one is the ST segment, the X12. Okay, transaction set header, and we can provide the transaction detail, which of the transaction we are working on this. Okay, and in the artifacts, what we call to the transaction set UNH. Okay, and what is the transaction set trailer, which is called in the artifact UNT, and in the adif and the X12 we call it SE. Okay, and ST and SC, this might be multiple. If we are working on the multiple transaction set, this can be according to the functional group, how many functional group or the transaction set we are working on. So according to them, we can use the UNH and UNT over on the EDI effect, EDI effect, and for the EDI X12. Okay, and this is the footer, and or this is the trailer for the UNZ and IEA. Okay. Okay, like EDIX12 purchase order sample in the ISA GS ST segment contain the functional ID code, sender and receiver ID code, date, time, etc. Transactions that envelope contain the transaction details with information about a product, weight, size, color, volume, etc. Okay. If we is talking about the ISA, how this question can be might be asked to you in the interview, like how many length of the ISA segment. This is called the 106. I'm talking providing the information because for your knowledge, okay. And this contain 106 character in the ISA line, whole line, okay. And ISA, this is the ISA 01, and this is the ISA 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, and 07, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So what are the important information? The important information is that this is the sender ID and this is the receiver ID, okay. And what we can see, this is the date, time, and this is the like user indicator, test or production. And if this is the production file, then we can issue the p. And this is the acknowledgement requested or not. If this is requested not, then it's called 0. Requested, then it's called 1. For the, if we talk about the GS segment, for the, this is the sender ID, this is the receiver ID, okay. For GS02 and GS03, these are important, okay. After that, if we talk about the ST or the 850, like in the ST segment, we can use like which of the transactions that we are working on. So we can see like it 850 file that in the ST segment we can able to see. And these are the information, VG segment, REF segment, okay, PER, multiple segments are there. You can provide the information of the member level information, coverage information, street address, etc., date of birth, time, and SC envelope is going to be end, okay. And G is going to be ending the envelope, and this is starting from ISA and going to end on the IEA envelope, okay. What it represent, IA01, IA02, it's representing the how many interchange, uh, interchange control, no, interchange control, okay. How many interchange control ISA using. So we are using only one transaction set. If we are using multiple, then we can use the number of the quantity. Okay, EDI 850 benefit and opportunity. If we talk about the profitability, speed up the, which is with the supply chain. This is a very mostly an important topic for using the supply chain market, and save on printing and document delivery, increase the speed of the payment, and save resources for duplication and sorting and storage of the document. Efficiency, we talk about the efficiency, the instantly notifies partners for of new orders, eliminate manual inputs errors, reduce the number of adjustment, allow rational use of human resource. Integration, we talk about the integration. Integration integrates with the any business system, ERP, CRM, warehouses management, accounting, etc. Allows companies to build analytic report and connect business partner from anywhere in the India, in the world. Sorry. For the security, if you talk about the security, like this is a electronic document encryption and exchange in the form, and eliminates the risk of the loss in orders. So these are the scenario we have performed, and we have just seen for the 850 and how we can use. And this is the difference between 850 and EDIFACT. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe my channel, and please keep be updated, and I will post it like this videos in my channel. And thank you friends, if you like this video, please like and subscribe this channel. Thank you friends.